Okay, cool. All right, and I will share my screen. Okay. So, what have we done so far, right? We have done, two classes so far, isn't it? The first class, let me just also, quickly show the things also, right? So we have done two classes, right? So far, one, how to create, the video, right? How to basically quickly, create a story and how to tell that story in a video. I think this is the one, right? Yeah, I think this is the one. Yeah, this was the one we did 3 weeks ago on the 7th of November, right? Here we said how to create a video. Forget about everything. If you have 5 minutes, in 5 minutes, how to create a video, right? So that's what we did for the first class, and it's recorded. It's out here, and all of us can see this. In the second class, we did. Where is the second class? Anyway, I'll get it right. In the second class, what we did, we said how to forget about the video, but how to tell a story itself, right? How to start a story, how to bring the key people. I remember Shabnam's five wives and one husband. Why, what, where, how, something like that, right? How is the only husband? So these six thing, we learned that, and then today what we want to do is we know how to create a story, and you guys have been churning stories after stories after story, right? I'm really delighted with Kasim's work, right? It's amazing actually, right? Now the next thing I want to do is you know how to create a story from scratch. You know how to convert that story into a video. And what did you do after that? Let me show you what you did. Right? What you did? You went to Facebook. Right? What's happening? You went to Facebook, and then you simply posted it. Right, Farooq? That's what you did. Your guys were simply creating these videos, and then you just posted it. Omar's. I don't know what's happening with my computer today. Omar Film School, right? So this is what you did. You went, and this is your page, Omar, and you posted these videos. Yeah, I can see. So what
Yes.
happened to these videos? Have a look at. So you posted this on the 26th of November after we finished our second class, I think, right? Just say no to violence against women, right? This is fair
Yeah.
enough. And look at what happened to that post. Some 36 people have said good things about you, and I'm pretty sure after 36, 30 people are from your own team. I can already see, a lot of names like Zonais and Nurjahan and, Kasim and, myself and Shabnam. All of us, would have said nice things about you, right? So the point I'm making, not only this note, Omar, okay, not only this, right? Let's go to any note, anything. You created this video after our, second class, right? Again,
Yes.
no, see, look, I'm not telling your video is bad, nothing, right? These are really good ones. What you did is amazing, right? But look at the state of what's happened. Some 7 people have shared it, and I'm sure And look at who are those people. It's just our people, our team, to file and look at the 13 people who have commented and look at the 8 other guys. Again, just the same of us. We are just simply cooking the food and, just eating it amongst ourselves. You see the problem, Omar? I can keep going on and on. This is the first video you created after our first class.
Yes.
Sorry, no, before that, this one. Yeah, but look at it, 50. It's 79, right? People, it's no. That's what I wrote in my comment today, right? When I wrote to the things, we keep on creating great. We have a great story to tell. We know how to tell in the most beautiful format because your videos are good. Your videos have started becoming amazing, actually, right? So there is nothing wrong with your content. Your creativity is good, your content is good, your production quality is good, but it is not reaching the right people yet. It is just doing circle within your Cox Bazar campus.
Yeah, you are right because here, our page are not promoted yet. That's why these are not reaching to others.
Right. Honestly, Farooq, it's not. I'm not. You know. It's not about. It is not about your page, Farooq. It is about how do we. What we want to learn today is how do we, find out, right? How do we find out who this message needs to reach out to, right? That's all I want to, see. There are two kinds of things, right? Reaching out for. One is you put a message and then it goes viral and then it reaches, millions of people, right? Yeah, that's amazing. That's what we all know, right? Everybody here wants to create the next viral video, right, Farooq? You want to create that next viral video, right? You want to be the hero of Cox Bazar.
I have a findings here.
Hmm.
The targeted people in our community, most
Hmm.
of them they cannot write comments. They just
Hmm.
watch. Again, the
Hmm.
problem here is the subtitle is only in English. So the
Hmm.
targeted people and the people who will view it is
Hmm.
different. So
Hmm.
I think what we need to do, we need to give voice over our video in Rohingya
Amazing.
language. Yeah,
Yes.
so that
Yes.
they understand it. And again, we have some people who are indirectly targeted, like humanitarian agencies and our potential customer and all this. So we need to care both of them. So maybe
Absolutely.
Rohingya voice over is needed here.
No, absolutely. I think, Omar, that's an amazing point, huh? Because, for people who wants to, consume this in English, they have that in English because the words are, right over there. But for people, who also wants to consume in the Rohingya language, the voice could help. But let me tell you one thing, right? The people that we want to go, is not the Rohingya population. Okay, I mean, yes, there are some movies. Say, for example, you took a video on how to do things, during COVID-19, right? How to wash hands, and so that is for the Rohingya population. Yes, that needs to reach the Rohingya, the million people, inside the camp. Yes, that is true. But when you are talking about just say no violence against women, or if you are talking about, the other things, say the Basanchar movement, or if you're talking about we need more education, or we talk about we need more skills, that needs to reach a very different audience, an international audience who can do something about it. Are you with me, Farooq?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Okay. So
In
so
our video, there are two special targeted community. When we talk about the engaging ourselves, then it need to be raised to the humanitarian level, NGOs and other donor level. So that is why it should be always in English. Yeah, you're right.
okay, cool. Okay, I think, now, just, coming back to the core of our thing. Um, it is there are, like I said, right, there are two things that you can do. One, create a video and hope it becomes viral, right? That's a very rare thing. And when it becomes viral or when you start promoting it, it is almost like marketing. There is a lot of people see it. But there is another one which many people miss it, which is, instead of sending your video to, let's say, a million people, can you think of, the most important 10 people or the most important 20 people to whose eyes that these videos should reach, right? I think, it's a slightly different, thinking, right? Can you identify these people, and can you, make sure that you're able to, put it in front of those 10 people? That's what, I want to talk talk about today because many times, we have great content, great video, but somehow we don't really have the ability to put it in front of the right set of people, right? Any questions on? So there are two things. One is the marketing type thing, like you spray and pray that it reaches millions of people, or you take the same message, you find out the top 10, top 20, top 100 people that this message needs to be put in front of, and then you go and figure out how to reach those people through LinkedIn, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, or wherever the hell they are, right? That's what we want to do today. Is that clear? Any questions? I'll just pause for a second before we take it up. Anybody?
For me,
like
for me it's clear.
it's clear, Farooq?
Yeah.
What about the others? Have you guys? But can somebody just tell me? Okay, how do I? How do I take this in front of the? I mean, who are the right people? Let's take a. What's the right example for it we should take? Should we take the Bhasanchar problem, the transportation of Rohingyas to the Bhasanchar island, or should we take the, we need more education in Rohingya? Which problem should we take?
Bhasanchar Island is very complicated issues. It's related to political issues. We don't want to engage in these topics right now. So maybe education we can choose.
Very,
Yeah.
that's a
very. You already know that there is some objection from international community while relocating to the Bhasanchar. And I am the one who is also opposing this relocation. When we talk about it, there will be a confusion among our audience and some targeted group of people. So when it doesn't come to the normal, we don't want to do anything. Until then, we should the other topics. Yeah.
Sure. No, absolutely. I want to just leave you with one point. I will not belabor that point. See, you are in a very tricky situation. So even this point I'm going to make, it may not be a good idea for you to do right now. See, I have consumed all the material that's out there. Okay, let's say if I go to Twitter and simply, say, the Rohingya, all the things, right, that comes about us, right now, Bhasanchar, BBC Bhasanchar, everybody is opposing, all these videos, everything is there, right? Everybody is opposing, but I was just telling Shabnam, not a single person, okay, who's from Rohingya camp is sitting and explaining what is the real problem for them, okay? Everybody is just simply crying or shouting or looking very irrational or illogical or not balanced, right? There is no balanced view coming in from a calm, collected person sitting in the camp and telling exactly, why this is good for the Rohingyas and why it is also, bad for the Rohingyas. Something like that, simple. This is why it is good. We are really crowded. There are more than 1 million people in a space where only 100,000 should live, right? So it is great to see that the government is, taking these initiative, to put us over there. And then tell some very good things about all the good stuff, and then say, look, but then we have been taken to a place where nobody has ever lived before, and it's like it's an hour away from humanity, right? This island came into existence just 20 years ago. Would you just ask this question? Would you put your family in this kind of a place, wherever you are? You could be in India, in London, in New York, and Sydney, wherever. Would you put your family in such a place as a permanent? You might do a week-long vacation, but would you do it, forever? So the point I'm making is, there is no balanced view coming out, Omar. Okay, but this is a very sensitive and a problematic thing, right? You could get into trouble for doing such a thing. When people say that, oh, this guy is saying good things about going to Bhasanchar, your own people might say that's wrong, right? And then when you say bad things about going over there, then the officials might say, what the hell is he doing? So it's like, whichever way you look at it, it's bad for you, right? But my point is somebody has to do this, right? Somebody has to do this. Somebody has to do a balanced, analysis of, this side and that side, and, put that word out there. Just wanted to pause over here. We don't want to go this route. Yeah, Shabna.
Sorry, Anis. I was just thinking that maybe considering that the Bangladeshi government has said that they will give international observers access until that stage, and considering even the United Nations is not confirmed that it's a good idea, there's no real need to say what are the pros and cons, because at this point, it's basically not a good idea.
Yeah. No, I agree with you. I'm completely in agreement with you. All I'm saying is somebody has to say this, from the camp. That's what I'm saying. But choose the timing and make sure that you are balanced. People from both camps, should be saying, look at how very nicely this has been analyzed by somebody who's inside the camp, right? But let's choose the timing. I'll pause here. Okay, I don't want to take this route, but I wanted to plant the idea in your head before we take the education, right? Now, let's come back to the education. So what are we saying in the education, right? What Kazim has done is this video. Have you guys seen this video? Let me quickly pull up that video. This is the video, right, Kasim? Just give me 1 second. I'll just try to reshare this so that you guys also have a chance to look at this video with sound. Just give me 1 second because I have to share. Just give me 1 second, guys. I shall reshare, and when I reshare, I will make sure that the sound is also enabled. Yeah, can somebody just tell me whether they can hear the music also while I play it?
Yeah.
Can you guys hear it and see it?
Yeah, I can hear the music.
Yeah.
Okay. Can you just before I do this, I wanted to ask a question to Farooq. Farooq, is this something that Kasim actually did, or Kasim did the story and you helped him with the video?
Actually, Kasim along did it. I didn't help him because he stays far away from me. So he himself did it. Yeah.
Wow. I must say I was really blown away by this video. This is really very high quality. Okay, anyway, I'm just going to play it. It's just a minute or two, right? So watch the whole video. That's it. So what do you guys think?
So fantastic. Oh my gosh.
Yes, I mean, like,
Yeah,
I can find 100
I have
fault
a
in this
suggestion
video, but
here.
yeah.
Yeah, I have a suggestion here. When we say about going back to home, maybe we can put pictures of going back campaign held in 2019. A large number of people gathered and they were commemorating the genocide day. That time it was called going back campaign. If you put the pictures there, then it would be nice.
Agreed. I'm absolutely agreed. A lot of pictures has to get replaced with, some real pictures, going back home, the fighting with each other, it's not a good thing to put, a Western set of people, right? You need to be able to put, Eastern, and, people should be able to relate with Rohingyas when they see these pictures. So it's very important to pick pictures that look like you, or upload your own pictures. You can put your own pictures, right? I mean, the own pictures meaning the ones that you have clicked with your cameras, right? So we can sit here and argue how to make it better. All I'm simply saying is, even as it is a great video, right? Give us skills while we wait. Life is not going to wait, right? It's been more than 3 years, from the major, problem, but it's been more than, many years since, we've been here. So I think, the video is there. Now the question is, how do we actually put it in front of the right people? I think this is what we really want to learn. Omar, if you took the video and did exactly this way, whatever you have done so far, it is not going to make any impact, Omar. I mean, that's the reality. Even if your site becomes a very popular site within the Rohingya community, it is still not going to make an impact. All I'm simply saying is, we need to be able to go to the top people. Can you guys go on mute, please, if you don't mind? Yeah. So that's what I'm trying to figure out. How do we, how do we find these people in each sector? You understand? Like, we are talking about 2-3 things, right? One, education and skilling, right? These are the two important keywords that we are talking about. You should be able to come into Twitter and also, with the LinkedIn and with Facebook and others, and be able to find the right communities, the right set of people, and then try to, put your message into those communities, into those people. That's what, we are going to learn. So let's see, how to do that really quickly. It's not rocket science, but, let's quickly, look at it. The first, if I have, so I've not thought through this, or I've not, really prepared for this. Okay. So if you guys come with a better idea, just let me know. So what I'll do first, I'll talk about, refugee education. I'll just search for the word refugee education, right? And see, in Facebook, in Twitter, what am I getting? What are the top things that I'm getting? So if I come here, refugee education, so there's not, oh wow, our hero is coming here, Niall. That's interesting. So there are a bunch of things. There is really not any major, group or, people who are talking about it. But there is, there is a few, like, small groups like this. There is this Amala Education, which is a non-profit in UK. So there are a bunch of things that are there where we can go and, talk about, put our things. So for example, so Shabnam is coming here, Sonia is coming here. I don't know why, because they are connected with me, or so these are some of the people that we could be personally taking this problem to, right? So what I'm trying to say is, that video that you made, right? should be posted into each one of these groups manually. So you go to Refugees Thrive International, you create a post, and then you write, whatever is the topic, right? Just write this message, right? We cannot wait. And then, post your video into this, and, this is the best way, I have found, in terms of Facebook, to be able to find the appropriate groups within Facebook where there is a lot of people who care about the topic, right? And then you try to go to each of these groups and try to put your video out there. I think that really makes a huge difference. That's one thing I normally do. The other thing I would advise is find the people. Okay, so for example, we searched on refugee education, and then if you see here on the left hand side, there is people and there are groups. So first, what I do normally is I go to the group and then try to find out which are the groups here which have which are really keen about this, and then post it over there. But then I also go to the people, right? Who are the people who appear at the top of my list? The problem with this list, the most of the people who are appearing on the top are my friends, right? Or the people with whom I have some relationship. So try to look further down to see if you are able to get some people. And if you get some people, okay, if you see this, somebody like this lives in Milana Bayou, just send her a message. Right, just send her a message. Send the message is, we're keen to, we just created this video. Have a look at it, and would love to, get your advice and view on, how we can, make it better. Simple, right? So it's literally, you trying to figure out, who are the right people for this kind of a thing, and then, going and knocking on their door, right? And asking them to take a look at it. It's literally that. You're literally going to each individual and asking them to, have a look at it, right? So that's what I would do on Facebook. Pretty much, I would go for groups, which is, here, and then I would go for people, which are here, right? This way, right? And then I might again, come back here, to do stuff. The same way in Twitter. Again, if you search for refugee education, you will get a whole number of people. And what I do, I will try and be able to. So TechFugees is very big on refugee thing, right? So I will go to TechFugees and I will send them a message, a direct message, right? By pressing this, and then I will say what is the video that I've taken, etc., etc. Am I making sense so far, guys? Farooq, is this making sense?
Hello, Anis.
Yes, Farooq.
No, it is Zach.
Okay. So we saw, how we did that in the thing. And also, here, the way I would do this, for example, this is education, right? The way I would do this is, I would even look at, even before going to some of these things, I might even want to look at, refugee, what does Google say about this whole matter, refugee skills and education, right? Maybe there is, I don't know what's happened to my computer actually. Yeah, I will try to see, who are some of the top, organizations that are something. Look at that. So obviously, I would not go to UNHCR, because you guys are closely working with them anyways. These guys are good. Vocation, education, training, and bridging refugees. So these are really good, right? I might want to go to these people and check, how I can contact their top people. ACH.org. Training employment programs. Future Learn is a big one, and how they're helping, refugee education. Nuffield Foundation, British Council, all these are really good places to sort of, go and see how. So, for example, let me take an example, right? So, let's say which one should we take? This is a good example. Microsoft Philanthropies and Refugee Resources. Let's click on this. That's interesting. So these are all the things that are available, right? So obviously I'll take a look at it, but more importantly, I will want to find out, who's responsible for this, right? So for example, let me just, show you how to do that, right? So I would typically go, let's say maybe Twitter and say Microsoft. So what I'll try to find out is I'll try to find out who are the top people in the Microsoft Foundation who are sort of giving these digital skills resources for refugees, right, from Microsoft, and then I will try to reach to them almost like a one-on-one basis. That is the only way I think I can somehow get in front of the people that I really want to reach, because we can keep on doing this, but we need to figure out a way to reach in front of these guys, right? So I will just keep going as close as possible. So many of these people, right, in some way or the other, would be related with that Microsoft Foundation, or I think it might be called something else, Microsoft Philanthropy or similar. Let's say yeah, Microsoft Foundation. There seems to be no one like a Twitter list or something like that for Microsoft Foundation. But if I'm not able to find the right person in, let's say, Twitter, what I will do, I will probably come to LinkedIn, and then I will do let's say Microsoft Foundation. Let's see what this gives me, right? So yeah, these are some of the people who probably have the word Microsoft Foundation, but I think I'll go with the word Microsoft Philanthropy maybe. Just give me 1 second. Yeah. Yeah, looks perfect to me, right? Look at Mr. David Tang, right? Enterprise Channel Director for Education Sector at Microsoft. A perfect guy to reach out to around, how could he, help out. Jane, Senior Director of Technology for Social Impact, Microsoft Philanthropies at Microsoft. This is the precise kind of a person that I want to, to tell, for us for help, or, tell them to, step in. Director of Philanthropy. I would reach out to every single one of these people here in Microsoft Philanthropy, because they are in education sector. They are helping people, get the thing. So these are the, real gems, if you mean, who can do something about the ask that you have in, I think, right? So I would do exactly the same thing on Facebook as well, right? Because, I mean, I first I did refugee education, which is very broad, but I would also go to say Microsoft, philanthropy, or, something like that, right? And then try to find who are the people who are, yeah, that's it. This is the one, right? and then I'll try to see, who are the key people here, and I will reach out to every single one of them. Now, this might look like a very, very tedious and a very, a long process, but honestly, this is what we need to do. We have made the effort to create the content, make it into a production quality video, but now the last mile, is to take it and put it in front of the right people, whether the right people are from UNHCR, the right people are from, Future Learn, or from, Microsoft Philanthropies, or Vodafone Foundation. Who are the right people who can help us? Because the more and more, we do stuff and we don't do the last mile, we are never going to win any race. Right? We do all the preparation, we run the race, and then finally we fall flat on the last mile. So this is my, thing. We will learn how to do this, more and more and more. But it's a very simple idea that I just gave you. Start with Facebook, go to Twitter, go to LinkedIn, and it's the same routine. Just keep moving from one to the other. Find the right set of people. And if you did this exercise for 2 or 3 challenges, so education is a big challenge. We also had one video about violence against women. Then we had a few more like that, right? So for each of these challenges, you need to be able to identify the top influencers, right? Who can influence the issue, and go reach out to them one-on-one, right? And you can do that on behalf of Omar Film School, or you can do that on behalf of Farooq. It doesn't matter. But then the reach out has to be extremely professional. I'll pause here. I think that's this is good enough to pause and take questions. So any questions, comments? What do you think of this approach? Yeah, Zunaid, I think I see your hand raised. I don't know whether you want to ask something, or any comments from anybody else. Yes, Rafael. I don't know. What about others? Zach, Doris?
Hello.
Yes. Yes.
Good afternoon. Yes.
We can hear you, Zunaid.
Someone?
Yes, Karafi. It's okay. I think. What about other people like?
Maybe
Hello.
you might want to tell something.
Sure.
First of all, we have to select what kind of a skill we need from theirs. What kind of a skill we have to describe some specific thing theirs, I think.
Yes. The more specific your ask is, the easier it is for somebody to give you.
Oh, yeah.
If you ask, we need to build schools. I don't think Microsoft guys can come and build schools. They might be, I don't know, but the more precise that we are asking, we all have, make it really easy for people to give, right? If you're asking British Council, how can we learn English? Right?
Yeah.
British Council has hundreds of courses on, learning English. So you could ask them. If you're asking Microsoft, could you teach me digital skills? If you're asking, I think the ask can be different based on who you're asking, but fundamentally, you need to be able to knock on the right thing with a very specific ask. You don't have to necessarily, put all your ask on the video. Your video is a very nice generic ask. It says basically, look, guys, we cannot wait forever. We need to learn our skills.
Yes. Can I say something, Anis bhai?
Yes, Kafi.
Sorry. This video actually requesting to international community just for giving us a way to get to access the education for refugees. So as Junai said, if you go through the in detail, so we need to knock the right guy, right person, and we need so also the how he can possible to get the exact way. Some you said the Microsoft that guys will not be given to the refugee camp the schools. So it might be he can maybe some training on through the online and some courses and some maybe link we can follow, some software and we can follow. So this video is like totally just we are requesting the refugee are requesting to the international community. That will be fine. If you want to go in detail, so we need to make the different video in detail. It's like our refugee deep.
Yeah. Look, Kasim, can you guys hear me clearly?
Yes.
Okay. So, you cannot make a video to cover every possible problem and every possible ask, right? Whatever you have made is very good already, Kasim. You don't need to make anything more than that. Just correct some of the mistakes, make the background a little bit more, realistic, right? But all I'm saying is, this lesson, today's lesson is all about, can you go out? Okay, can you go to Twitter and find the top 10 people that this video needs to be sent to? Can you go to Facebook and find the top 10 people that this video needs to go to? Can you go to LinkedIn and find the top 10 people that you need to send this video to? That is what this is all about, right? You need, there is no science to this. There is no, like I can't say click here, click there, and the top 10 people will appear, magically. They won't. You just have to, just do some work, find out. Maybe even you can start with Google to find out what are the top 10 organizations that do something about refugee education or reskilling refugees, or giving some kind of a vocational training to refugees. These are the 3 key search words on Google. Find the top 10 organizations. Google usually does the best job in terms of finding the top 10 organizations. It may not tell you the individuals, but the top 10 organizations, you can easily find. And then take each organization, go to Twitter, and find out, who's the right person to contact.
Anis bhai, I have a question.
Yes, Rafael.
So you're saying that go to Twitter and find the right 10 person. So in Twitter, I found that there is an option. If I follow someone who has already so many followers, who has already 100K followers, if I follow that person, then if that person doesn't follow me back, then what will happen? How can I get connected with him?
Okay, no, that's a very good question, Rafael. Yeah, you can go on mute and I'll explain that quickly to you. So I'm not asking you to follow anybody on Twitter. You can follow them on Twitter if you want to, but I'm not asking you to follow them. I want you to write to them, right? So for example, we found somebody, right? We let's say this person, Enterprise Education Senior Director Jane Mezek, right? I want you to find if Jane Mezek is there on Twitter. Looks like she is there on Twitter, right? So obviously, if you look at it, right, you can't do anything here except just, follow her. There is nothing you can do. because if you can send a message to her, there will be a message box that will appear, with Jane's thing. So you can't write to her directly, but you can simply just say, let me follow her, right? And then even maybe just like some of her stories. See, look at this, right? This is a very good example, right? Today she has put out, or 3 days back she has put out, that they are going to do some thing, right? And look at the number of people who has liked her thing. Just one. And just now I put my like, and there are 2 people. So she will definitely notice that that I exist, and there is nobody who has liked it, and I am going to do that, right? Look at that. Look at this. See, she's retweeting somebody called Kate, who's also a lead of Microsoft Philanthropies focused on empowering communities in this thing. I will go to Kate. I will see if I can write to her. No, I can't write to her also because she doesn't have a thing, but I can maybe like a few of her tweets, maybe. Yeah. So if now let me go back, right? So should I accept defeat and the fact that I can't write to Jane? No, I come to LinkedIn. I look for Jane. Where is Jane? Yeah, I got her. Right? Can I message Jane? Yes. Let me message Jane. That's it. That's it. I can now message Jane. Yes, I could not find how to talk to her on Twitter. Fair enough. Can I find whether I can talk to her on Facebook? Yes. Yes, I can talk to Jane. That's it. I want to come and just a simple message which says we did a video explaining what the kind of things that's going on in Rohingya refugee camp. We are keen to understand if there is anything we can do together for helping people in the Rohingya camp get educated. That's it, right? This is my flow. I check. I start with Google, go to Twitter, see if I can talk to her. No, I can't talk to her. Go to LinkedIn, see if I can talk to her. Yes, I can. So I will chat with her, and then go to Facebook and see if I can talk. If I can just say the same thing. That's it. Finished. So Jane is done. So who's my next one? I need to talk to maybe Kate, right? So same exercise. Come to Kate. There you go. What should I do? Message her. Yeah, that's it. Write my message. Should I do it here as well? Why not? Yeah. Just send her a message. Look, there is no one way or the other. I'm not asking you to stalk anybody, or I'm not asking you to repeatedly. But basically, if there is something that is really worthwhile, something that you guys are working on, something that is very important, you got to go find the right person to put that in front of. That's all it is, right? And that's what we are trying to learn here. Any thoughts, any questions, any additions, from our team, Teresa, Doris, what about Zach, Shabnam? Do you guys want to add anything?
Hi.
Hey, Doris.
Hi, I just wanted to say that I think the work they're doing is very impressive. And I think if they just add on to some of the tips you've given, I think it will be it will add up to very impactful work.
Yeah. Does anybody see this as a problem? Because it might it might sound like a problem as well. Anybody has anybody think wow, what you're saying is very scary? I mean, it feels like we have to go to every single one person and talk to that one person. you understand what I'm saying, right? It sounds a bit scary. So does anybody see this as
May
the
I
problem?
say something?
Please, Shabnam.
So yes, it might seem scary and it might seem daunting. And I think that, like, for example, Protect the Rohingya, right? We started in 2012. And that's literally what we had to do. We had to start school by school, person by person. But now, okay, it's a very small number. But now, after 8 years, we have 16,000 people on Twitter and around 10,000 on Facebook. It's not a great number compared to other organizations, but the point is, it's literally like 2 or 3 people. So for the 2 or 3 people who have been consistent over 8 years, 16,000 feels huge, like an amazing success. So in the start, yes, it will be boring and tedious, and you have to go one by one and you have to put in lots of hours. But as people start to find out and share the information, then it starts to go faster.
Absolutely. That is absolutely true.
And I mean, now on the Protect the Rohingya groups, even on Twitter and on Facebook, and especially on Twitter, like we have really big names on the issue, and everyone's always welcome. Like whatever Rohingya work they have on our Twitter and on our Facebook, it's open for organizations all over the world to share their things. So maybe even if you go through the group and you find, people there's a lot of journalists there and there's a lot of members of organizations. You're also welcome to go and look for them and speak to them.
No, absolutely. I'm gonna share something another time, right? So that it's okay. No, it's not open. I can't share it. Sorry, guys. So point I'm making is, one of the things that I want to show you is that these influencers, right? The way I would do that is, if I have to do this, I will do it, per topic. For example, this is not Farooq. Please don't think that this is a nice, simple way to, get more people to like, let's say Omar's Film School. No, this is not that. What I'm trying to say is, if there is an issue, let's say education, you need to be able to go and find the right people who care about education and talk to them, right? If the issue is violence against women, you need to go and find the right people who care about violence against women and talk to them. This is very important. Even when you become, let's say there are 1 million followers for Omar's Film School, let's say in 2 years from today, that doesn't mean anything. Yeah, what it means is you have lots of people, that's fine, but you still have to do the groundwork that I just told you. When there is an issue, you have to go and knock on the doors of the people who can do something about the issue, right? Because that never stops, and then those people would add, and it becomes a moment, like it is becoming, for Shabnam, right? So that is really important. I think it's really important that it's not like once you have a large following on Twitter and Facebook, you will stop doing this. This is never going to go away, because every issue is different. The influencers and the people who can act on that issue is different, right? And you need to do that. We are just getting started, guys. We will make this. Right now it feels like an art, but we will make this into a science. We will figure out, how exactly to do this, step 1, step 2, step 3, and be able to figure out our top guys for every issue and be able to reach out to them, in the right way. That's everything that I had to do today. If you have any questions, we can, stay on for a few more minutes and, take those questions. If you don't, then we meet next week. Yes, yeah. Hey, yeah, do you want to say something? There's a lot of noise actually, whenever somebody unmutes. But anyway, that's okay. Anything else to add, guys? Otherwise, we can call it a day. Zach, yes. Hey, Kiev, we can hear you. Oh, okay. All right, and if there is no more questions, then we will meet next week. Thanks everybody for coming to this call. It's been a pleasure. Until next week, we will yes, Rafael, yeah. So let's see, if we can, so one of the homework I want to give you guys is, somehow get Kasim's thing, on the, on your thing, and then let it run, just let Kasim make a few more changes, ethnic is spelled wrongly, so, and then make a few more changes, but get it out. But this time, we're not going to, think we are going to get 1 million likes or followers. No, we don't need that. But let Kasim and Tofail and Zonaid and Farooq, all of you separately, go and knock the doors of individual people who should do something about it, right? And write to them and and invoke them. Let's do this and see where it takes us. By the end of next week. Yeah, that's. Anything else you want to add, Farooq?
For now, I don't have any things to add here. If I have something, I will put in the group.
Okay. If anybody has any better ideas, how to do this, and what I will also do, I will try to make this into a proper guide, a proper simple guide. First go to Google, search for the top organizations, then go to LinkedIn. Make it really a step by step so that it's easy for you to follow. And I'll also put this video, onto you so that you can actually look at it, when you're done. Fair enough. Any comments from Shabnam before we close? Shabnam, do you want to say something? Zachariah, did you also understand anything?
I'm good. Thank you, everyone. It's a very interesting session.
Okay, cool. That's pretty much it then. Then let's meet next week, and I will post the video on our group. Okay. Thank you, everybody. Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you.
Bye,
Bye.
guys. Bye.
Thank you, everybody.
Bye. Thank you.